And we are live. Hello, everybody out there.
Hello,
Welcome,
peeps.
welcome,
Ah,
welcome to another evening of Community D&D on Arvin Eleron's channel. We are the Shadow Crew. I am your host and dungeon master, Shadowed Mage. Um, Make sure to check us all out with the command that Echo just put in the chat for the Shadow Crew, and go check out all of Arv Things with Arv Things and Arv Shop. Um,
on the publisher side, Icarus and Grey Shade, KS and Library.
Thank you, Echo.
And do you want me to go on, or do you want to continue on now?
Sure, you might have it more at the forefront of your mind at the moment.
Alright, so yeah, on the publisher side, you have Exclamation Park Icarus, which has been on the real town now and is unleashed upon the world. And you have Grey Shade KS, which is going to be February something 2021. I don't know, I don't remember which. And then you have Library, which is in printing still. And Arv, I need my copy before I move out. Damn you. But let's see what else. Oh yes, exclamation mark BLM, Black Lives Matter, and all human lives matter for that matter. And of course, I think there was Athens. Yeah, yes.
Athos.
For the well, I don't
The
know what that is, but there was the for the movement, I think.
it's they have a Midwest speculative fiction book box thing going on. So
Righto. And I believe that is it for now. I have more commands to show off in a bit, but first I will hand it over back to the DM himself.
yes, it's a box that I fixed the other night. Um, so um, let me see here.
You are Shadowed Mage.
I am Shadowed Mage.
The DM.
Probably a good start.
The DM moderator.
So, I think normally what we do next is introductions. So, right below me in our webcam lineup on stream, we have Rock God. Rock God, would you please introduce yourself a little bit? Tell people where they can find you around the internet and who your character is in our campaign.
Oh, I am Rock God. You can usually find me here over in the chat over there. Or you can also find me on Instagram because I like to take pictures, although I haven't really done too much of it because of COVID lately. You can find me there at my actual real name, which is M. Drew Zion, Zion, on Instagram. And tonight I am playing Malik Halamarodin, the Wood Elf Ranger, who was sort of surly, but kind of getting a little bit nicer.
Sounds fun, I think.
Okay. So that will then take us down the column to Hoodie from No Quarter underscore TV.
Who is
Please,
trapped in a cauldron right now?
Yeah.
please introduce yourself to tell us all a little bit about yourself and who your character is in our campaign.
Sure. My name's Hoodie from No Quarter underscore TV. Thought about naming it Hoodie is Here last night for some weird reason, but it's fine. I'm just gonna play around with renaming my channel like every other day and then never pull the trigger ever again. I stream video games, mostly, sometimes. I don't know, we'll see. I'm playing Isel Moldleaf tonight, who is a Protector Asmar, Pact of the Tome Warlock, Celestial Pact of the Tome Warlock. So many modifiers, but I think I nailed it this time.
Yep, you got there.
President Book Nerd.
Yeah, I'm a huge book nerd, and I am also a book nerd tonight myself. Me, Hoodie, because I'm going through Tasha's slowly on stream. It's fine. It's I'm gonna try not to exclaim anything or really poke around too much. But I just remembered the book came out like 30 minutes ago, so sorry about that.
What was that game you were playing last night? It was like some
Hades.
kind of ridiculous. Yeah, it was like a over the head bullet hell craziness game.
Yeah, Hades. took the whole gaming sphere by storm there for a couple of weeks because of how good the story is in it, and also the rogue light aspects are. It's really well made. It's really well done. It's by Super Giant. I'm pretty sure is their name, and not Supermassive.
Yep,
Because
Super Giant.
Massive Games is Slay the Spire,
Bastion,
And-
Transistor, and Pyre were their previous games.
which are all
And-
like the Cadillac of indie games. So
And they have currently a 98 positive review on Steam, which is
Yeah.
weird.
they're all any one of those games are great. So and I think they're all musically led by the same dude.
Yes.
Maybe not Transistor, but
Nope,
I'm
they
pretty
all
sure.
are. Yeah.
Okay.
They're all
No, no kidding.
Darren
So if you
Korb.
appreciate,
Who I think Arv
Hades
has
music,
had.
check him
I
out.
was just gonna say, I think Arv has had him on an interview on the stream.
oh dang,
Pretty sure that was a thing. Forgot. I'm trying to remember who else he had on. I think he had Darren Korb and Austin Wintory. Was there a third one?
Yeah, well, we probably could find it about at Arvin Netherlands YouTube channel if you do
Yep.
exclamation mark ArvTube. Here. There you go. Just check that out, and you'll find maybe find the video. I don't know.
All right. Well, I guess we'll keep things moving along, and we'll go down the webcam column to my luckily very enthusiastic, almost wanting to be co-host Echo Alpha _ X5.
Hey, man, I'm just wanting to help out to make sure you can just
Yeah.
get the stuff done while everything. I just want to do that. But I'm wondering if Trifid is ready, but I appear.
She looks
I guess
busy,
she's-
so we will
Yeah.
deal that however we need to. But
Okay, but
please,
yeah. Hello, peeps. I am
yeah.
back. Yes, I am in the way for a week because of real life family stuff. But I'm back. And I'm still angry that I couldn't get 50 damage points done that session. Which had actually would have been epicness, but yeah. But yeah, I will be playing as Roderick Raven, a human rogue, whom has a previous past of which you can see on the previous sessions, but I won't disclose. Yeah, so far I have no idea what he has been up to. I don't know where we are next, and yeah, it's gonna be a hoot. All I know is tonight's the Death of the Dead.
Yeah.
Or whatever grim reason that is.
You will find out momentarily.
Yep.
And I will just ask Trifid if she wants to introduce herself, or if one of us should plug her stuff for her.
I
guess.
am almost done. Hang on just 1 minute more. Apologies to the stream. Work ran a little late today, and I've just been catching a couple of things up. Now I'm turning off all my do not disturbs.
That's all right. In the meantime, Buddy can tell us all about Tasha's guide to everything.
I'm freaking out. They put in some. They put in some psionics, which is kind of a big deal because that means
Yeah.
they're probably going to expand even to more psionics.
I know that Psy Warrior and
Soul Knife.
Soul Knife, and
They
there's
both
a
made it in.
there's the Sorcerer one too.
Aberrant. I saw Aberrant Mind. Was that a psionic one?
It's not like either of the Unearthed Arcanas. It's kind of like a mesh of the two.
Oh.
So it's not like the Aberrant Mind Unearthed Arcana or the what was the other following one? It was like the Psionic Soul. So now it's the Aberrant. Is it Aberrant? I think they might have called it Aberrant Mind again, but
Yeah, they did.
I
Yeah,
know
I
that
didn't look at it.
mechanically it's a little bit different.
That's exciting. I really like the idea for Psy Warrior, so I'm like kind of really jazzed about it because I might actually finally make a fighter.
Yeah, because it's basically a Jedi.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to just make new characters. And I'm a DM now, so I can just throw them bad boys anywhere. Play around with new character every which way. It'll be great.
Yeah, and so some of the class variant features from the Unearthed Arcana that we're using for some of your characters are kind of in it. Some of them got changed up a little bit, but there are some variant features for classes and stuff in that book.
It's very exciting. I can't wait to go through it in like a fine-tooth comb and really make a crazy broken character.
Just to go into that topic for a moment, all things psionic that I know is StarCraft, so I'm pretty much in the dark here.
Well, it's kind of like the same thing, honestly. I mean,
Arudinel put a joke in the chat there saying that the aberrant mind sorcerer's great grandpa was a mind flayer. Don't ask, grandma was weird. Like that's a joke, but like that's basically like that's kind of more or less like what the like sorcerer's origin basically is. So
and suddenly I get a sort of Trevor the Coward Dog vibe here now. But I believe I believe that Triffid is ready to introduce herself and her refreshing breeze.
Yes, thank you. I believe I am done with work now.
Yay.
And I'm Triffid, also known as Trishy Mats on various fora. I am playing Grace of the Refreshing Breeze, a Tabaxi Bard. And like everyone else, I just leveled up to 6, and I still have to pick one spell, but hopefully I won't need whatever it is tonight. Yeah, so I guess I'm ready to jump in.
If Grace, oh yeah, looks like you did add in hit points for level up.
I did.
Okay,
and
good.
All my bard spells I added. I picked for one of my non-bard spells that I get at 6th level, I picked Fireball. I'm not sure if you managed to drag that in yet.
I did.
And I still have to pick the other one.
Okay. Nope, that's fine. Just if it comes up during this session tonight, which I don't know, it might or it might not, and you suddenly decide you know what you'd like to use, well, just say that's the one you picked.
Okay. Well, I have more spells memorized than spell slots anyway, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I guess
it's my turn then for the little something that I tweeted about.
Oh, okay. Sure. Go ahead.
As everybody knows who has watched the stream from yesterday, that during the Arbiter One's Adventures in Middle Earth. Terratoons talk about the family member who committed suicide about 20 years ago or something. I don't know. I was in the cinema watching Tenet again. But that made me realize, yes, what Arudinal, thank you, and our beloved DM, thank you that too, Shadowboy, help, exclamation point, help now. So we are all aware there are dark times right now. We have all the crap with the Twitch and the DMCA, blah, 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 blah. We have all the COVID crap that's happening, all the cases pops up and everything. We have the darkness of the Europe. But that, I mean, for us in Norway, we get darkness around 4 now, Central European time, which is 10 o'clock in the morning EST. And so does Terratoons, and that sort of has a mental effect on people to feel them worn out, more depressed. So if it is imperative, you do not let those effects take over you. There is life out there. There is good people. There is great communities. There are just a bunch of joy to be had, no matter wherever you turn to. There is darkness, because there's always going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. And I say that through a member who was taken from us 8 months and 16 days ago. Yes, I remember it clearly because I was the one who was told about it and asked not to tell the crew until after that happened. And we had a big session on that the following Saturday. But our beloved Kilobyte also, whose real name was Scott Greek, a native of Winnipeg in Canada, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Thank you. He wanted to become a counselor, and well, let's just say he streamed and he had become affiliate, and then he was about to he was on his way to become partner because he was fighting for his playing Fantasy Star Online, and Sonic and a bunch of other games. But then oof, it happened. But in that time, he counseled a good friend of ours and dearly beloved of the community. And what I have been saying now, I can almost guarantee that he would say the same: to never let the despair take over, never let never let the depression take over you. Just keep just fight through it, and pick up the phone, pick up your smartphone, call the hotline for suicides, whatever. Don't commit suicide. Life is sacred, as we all know. And I probably have said some things that have been a mishmash, but I haven't actually practiced on this. I'm just saying it flat out. So just for sake of it, don't let the tragedy of the world's current state take over you. You are your own, and you have friends, you have family, you have people around you that you don't know that could possibly become a best friend some other day. Just don't give in to despair and the darkness. Keep living, and just don't commit suicide. And on another point, yes,
I would like to add, I lost an aunt to suicide when I was in college, and decades later, it still leaves a hole in our family. And it was a shock to everyone. So if you're in pain or in sadness, there may be people who care a lot more than you think they do, and if you can just get through the valley, you're going to find value and joy on the other side. So please do reach out. Don't. I know it can be tempting to just curl up into yourself, but please reach out and ask for help.
If I could just throw myself through the screen and to Trisha Match and give her a big hug, I would do that right now. But yeah, what she said, and just don't throw life away, and don't. Yeah, I have said all I can say on about that, and just one final thing before we start into this grim session. Thanks to the courteous and the courageous of the GOG.com community, we have finally that our dearly beloved partner in party and comrade Scott had advocate for a number of years, a 1989 classic and high tech for a game from that year. The Dark Heart of Uprol has now become available DRM free, and I will post a link of that game in the chat in a moment if you can just beg me pardon for what to do. It is a grand game, and tomorrow at oh my god, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Kilgore Trout himself, who has streamed the game numerous times, he will be streaming that over at GOG.com, and I urge everybody to check it out. It is an amazing game, and I believe that Scott is up there in heaven now, just cheering on that it is finally available, because it is a grand game, and yeah, so it is, and it has a dedication to him, because he was a strong advocate towards the game. He talked about it to his fans. He actually had a conversation with the developers, I believe, about that game as well, I think. But yeah, so a big applaud to GG.com, and it is another victory for the DM-free community, and it is another victory for Scott himself, be in heaven or so. I may have botched it a bit, but I normally don't do this sort of speeches out loud to people I don't know across the oceans and everything. So if I've said anything that would seem a bit weird, I apologize, and I just want everybody to be happy. So
All right.
this is me, Echo Alpha,
Oh.
giving away to the shadows in the drift. Let's get it on!
Thanks, Echo. All right.
Let's play some D&D.
Yeah. So, as a recap, last time.
Yes, please give me a recap. I need it.
Last time, the party had dealt with some insect creatures, some unkegs, at the loggers' camp at the edge of the river up there in Neverwinter Wood. And Isel had kind of somewhat discovered that there had been some strange, macabre dolls that had been planted in the camp that had drawn the unkegs, possibly left there by the anchorites of Talos, a cult of Talos, some half-orcs that have been known to kind of inhabit the area. But they managed to fight off the unkegs that remained, and they rescued Tiber Wester, I think it is, Harbin Wester's brother, who was the head of the camp. They let him be on his way to head back to Phandalin, and then they were going to go off to the Dragon Barrow that they had heard about, that may contain an artifact that may be useful in fighting the titular dragon of Icespire Peak.
You done?
I think that's pretty much it. They had come out to the edge of the forest and had a long rest. The characters are all now level 6, and they're going to go then head mostly south and a little bit west to the Dragon Barrow. Anything else that anyone wants to add that I might have missed?
Yes, I would like to add something.
Oh?
Episodes day 17 now, tonight.
Yes.
Death of the Dead.
The Depths of the Dead, yes.
Recap and unkeg, whatever that means. Sounds pretty pig Latin. And weird dolls.
Yes.
Is this Halloween again? Is it Chucky?
Not quite. It was kind of like more like curse markers, just like little like twig figures bundled up in like hair and wool and stuff.
Can somebody check the date and make sure it is not October the 31st and it is November the 18th?
Well, that session that they encountered that was on November 4th.
I feel so suddenly so strange and very, very, very cold. I don't know now anymore.
Actually,
my sanity is lost.
If I remember correctly, Malik, I think, may have wanted to do a certain specific something while everyone was having their long rest.
Yeah. I am going to take... So if we're taking watch, because I believe that we had got to the edge of the thing, the edge of the
Yes.
woods. We were about to camp there.
And suddenly, Blair Witch Project.
So, we should probably take watch. I'd like to take last watch. If it's all right with you.
I'll take the first.
All right.
So, why don't we take the first watch?
I'll take second.
I'll after everyone's kind of chimed in, I'll just kind of like look up from my book that I'm sitting down reading, and kind of, you all know I don't sleep, but I also don't really. Yeah, we've been through it.
Right, yeah. You
Turn a
don't
page.
really watch either.
I mean, I do have ears. I can hear if something's approaching, vaguely, sometimes. Sometimes. Flip another page.
Personally, I'd prefer to trust my life to the others than to Isol on watch.
Well, it gives
And
you
lose a
moment
little
to
sleep
observe us.
myself each night, if I must.
My brow will just furrow a little bit, but I'll say no words.
A full brow speaks more than mere words. And I do not require sleep either. I merely need to meditate.
Okay. So, is this leading into the thing you had told me about then, Malik? Or
Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to do perception checks for
No,
watches or not. No.
You're all good. There will be nothing that will happen. I promise.
All right. So
People
after Grace's watch, I'll get up, walk by Isol. Isol,
The major image version of me will just pop, like, materialize. Hello, how can I help you today? My name is... yeah, as you can see, and the kind of shimmery major image version of myself will kind of nod down towards me reading. I'm a little busy. What can I help you with today?
suddenly Mass Effect.
you were gonna be the death of me. Why don't you stay here? Make sure everyone's all right, and I'm just gonna take a walk for a bit down that way. Just make sure that there's nothing coming in the area around here.
You've got it, buddy. And then the major image Isol will do like the seeing far thing and just like keep doing that while the real Isol doesn't do anything. But I will send out Hemingway to go follow Malik instantly.
Ooh,
Interesting. Okay.
do I notice Hemingway?
Well, I'm gonna wait till you've taken off, and I'm gonna have Hemingway tail you from like 30 feet back.
You are sneaky.
Ooh,
right.
yeah. Give me a perception check there, Malik, to see if you'll notice Hemingway.
Suddenly I
Alright.
feel a perilous journey here.
Can I cast invisibility on Hemingway?
I
I don't
mean,
think that would have occurred to me. I don't think Isol's that smart.
okay. I was gonna say you could. I'd have to check on the duration and
It's
I
an
would
hour.
range.
I would be terribly shocked if it isn't that smart, because it is smart. Duh.
Range is touch, and then the duration would be a full hour, so it would just be freebie. But I already cast major image, so I'll probably not do that.
Okay. So, just regular old tailing. All right.
Yeah.
Right.
A
So
14?
that is a 14.
All right. I'm gonna say that you do not notice Hemingway
All right.
following you.
Oh, this will be interesting then. All right. I'm gonna walk probably a good 60 feet away,
Okay.
and sit down in kind of a meditative thing. And take my cloak off.
Still weird to see him without hair. Well,
I'm gonna try to concentrate and reach out into the ether, and just above a whisper, with my eyes closed, I'll say, "Been a long time since I communicated with you. been even longer since you communicated with me. 10 years now. Ever since I settled down into my cabin in Neverwinter Wood. I thought maybe, there were times when I was traveling across Faerun where you would sometimes give me a bit of guidance, want to push me in the right direction. And I thought maybe now that I'm back out on the road again, maybe you've noticed what's going on. I was never one of your best disciples, but I always respected you more than the others. Not for your tricksterism, more for your ways of innovation and invention. And I just thought maybe, just maybe you'd have your eye back on me now that I'm not settled down in the same place. I've got to tell you, this whole thing with Vance feels very familiar. Feels like Luke all over again. I don't know. I don't know if this is my lot in life, to gain allies, then lose them, then avenge them, only to gain new allies, lose them, avenge them. If that's the rotten cycle that I'm trapped in for the next 700 years or however much longer I've left, I gotta tell you, I don't like it. I want no part of it. Well, I guess that's really my question. Is that the cycle that I'm stuck in? Because if it is, then I'd rather just go back to my cabin and live in solitude, just so I don't hurt anybody else. Well, tell me, are you out there, traveler? And I'll just wait for a response.
Okay. So you don't really hear a voice in your head or anything really like that, but you do kind of feel a presence, and it's kind of aloof, but it's almost comforting in a way too. It's kind of warm but distant. And then you see in your mind's eye first an image of Luke, and then an image of Vance. But then as the image of Vance kind of fades away, you then get an image of you traveling alongside your current companions on the road, and an overwhelming sense of warmth and companionship floods through you. And then it quickly transitions off to an image of you being alone in a cabin, and there's a deep sense of despair and cold but then it flashes back to first Grace, and then Isol, and then Roderick. And as you see all of them, you have this sensation that they are where you need to be. And then it all just kind of, again, fades out. And then you hear ever such a subtle whisper in your mind saying, you are an elf. You will always experience the loss of the mortals around you. But cherish those who are close to you, and you shall find truth and goodness in life. And it just tapers off. And that's basically all you'll get.
And I will sit there in my meditative seat until morning. Or until somebody comes and gets me. Just silent.
Alright. So, Hemingway has seen you kind of do this meditation. I guess, Isol, how would you want Hemingway to deal with seeing this?
How far away did he go out?
He said it was 60 feet into the woods?
Yeah, about 60 feet.
Okay, so I would have probably been watching for the majority of it.
Did Roderick hear any of it?
I
Given
know
his,
it would have been
No,
kind of like
I tried to go as far out without anybody hearing me. Plus, I was speaking at like just above a whisper.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, Isla, at the most part, probably would have just seen what happened and seen him muttering in the woods, but not really been able... Because, like, Hemingway would not have engaged any further knowing that Malik's a ranger. There's a safety distance there. So, I'd probably, at some point after it looked like he was done talking, or there was an exchange of some variety, I would have just left Hemingway there and continued to read. While my major image me was just scouting in place
quick
for
Okay.
all of the duration. And then I'd probably wait till morning until someone asked about him, and then I would point.
All right. Well, I assume then that Malik would just go and rejoin the party at morning.
No, I'm going to wait until somebody
Or-
comes and gets me.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah.
So,
and then
so you're pointing. So then, who's gonna go get him?
I mean, if anyone asked, it would be like, "Oh, he's over here," and I'd walk with them to go get Malik, and that'd be it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. So Isol
And
goes.
secretly try to retrieve Hemingway in that variety, like stand near a tree with my arm on it and have Hemingway just crawl down the tree onto my arm.
Okay, so what you see as you walk up is Malik in a meditative seat with no shirt on, with his cloak off, and all across his back are just hundreds of scars. Just his whole entire back is just covered with scars. And right in between his shoulder blades is a brand, and the brand is raised up off his skin, and it's a circle with a triangle in it, and 3 intersecting circles in the triangle.
If I were to see that, would I recognize that symbol at all?
Would you?
That's a
But-
good question. Would you?
Gotta ask the DM.
So.
I've read a lot of books.
Yeah. I guess give me a religion check at advantage.
Was there any checks I should have done? AFK.
I mean, religion is the thing I hate the most, so this works out.
Well, I'm gonna say you just needed to beat a 10. So.
Oh, all right, cool.
So yes, you would recognize it. Do you wish to explain, Malik? Like just like not like in character, but like. would you, Rock God, please explain to Hoodie?
It is a seal of a how can I say it without giving too much away? It is, that it's a seal of a like a tyrannical magistrate that ran a town, like a city, like way off in East Faerun.
Okay. It probably just, like, I'd furrow my brow again, but try to make no visible facial recognition, and just kind of, come on, we need you for breakfast. I can't cook, and then I'll turn around and walk away.
Yeah, I'll be right there. And I'll get up and I'll put my thing back on. There we go. And I'll walk back to camp with everybody.
Okay.
So, breakfast. What does everybody want? And then we can fast forward through that. I'll just,
Sure.
make breakfast for everybody.
All right. Okay. So if we fast forward, then I suppose then you'll go on to going through the fields and plains over towards where
Over the hills and the far away.
Yeah. Towards where you were told that the Dragon Barrow is. And
Fog to the dragon's den.
I just tried to move my character on Arv's stream. I'm like, why is this not? Oh, shit.
I've done that before.
I need to roll a thing. Okay, you're good. Okay, and then
While Shadow is gonna handle some stuff, I just want to remind everybody of this coming Saturday. We're gonna have the finale, as opposed to this gonna be, of Curse of Strahd. So I recommend everybody to highly check that out. Unless there has been any changes, it is still for this Saturday at 1900 hours EST.
Exciting.
And then there's a special Soundclash session on Sunday which is also a fundraiser for Soundclash. Which I have no much more information about. So yeah. And
I
yes,
believe it's from 10 a.m. that day till 8 p.m. Many
Yeah.
activities planned.
And I'm gonna answer this I'm gonna answer this verbally. And I saw the cat ears. I just immediately thought it would be you.
We can talk about that offline, but I don't think that's what I would go for.
Just a fancies.
all right. A 30-foot high hill rises ahead of you. Its top
Hey.
too flat to be a natural occurrence. Jutting from the grassy hilltop is a row of 10-foot tall, bone-white rocks that arc toward the stormy sky like outstretched talons.
Wow. Now this is a map, peeps.
Wow, isn't that interesting? Almost,
Indeed.
almost looks like a, it almost looks like a spine sticking out of the hill there, doesn't it?
Yes.
Certainly disconcerting. Well, we're here. What next?
What do you think? We should take a closer look.
What did you say the scale of this thing is?
So the top of the hill is about 30 feet above the rest of the plain around. And then each of those bone white rocks is about 10 feet tall. So those are kind of topographical lines, kind of like 10 feet up, 20 feet up, 30 feet up. I think I can make those appear here.
Well, this certainly is an unusual sight, but it is a dragon's burrow, so.
So there's an actual dragon supposedly buried
Well,
somewhere.
from what you were told, it is the barrow of where some fallen heroes who once fought a dragon ages ago are now laid to rest.
Oh.
And seeing as you guys left in mourning, from the edge of the woods, it would be probably just after noon, and it is starting to look like it might storm, so the sky is darkening a bit.
Storm's coming. I don't know, something's not right here. Whenever a storm's coming, that something's wrong.
Truly, storms are part of nature.
Depends on how you look at it. To some it bodes ill will, to some it bodes fortune. In my experience, it always bode not well at all. What do you think, Malik? Isel?
I think we take a closer look at this big hill.
Agreed.
I'll finally finish reading the page I was on, because everyone's kind of talking and we're slowly approaching, and I'll finally look up as we're getting even closer. Oh no, I don't want to be here. This doesn't look good. That looks like a spine. Some variety. Was a dragon buried? What? Why did we come here? That weird vision. Do we have to?
We're here, aren't we? Might as well.
All right. Well, I'll say this: if we have to fight a bone dragon, Roderick, you can go first. Okay. How do we get inside?
That
I
is a
think maybe
good question.
I think maybe we get over this hill first. See what's on the other side.
I'll send Hemingway out to essentially walk around the hill, do like a full loop around the hill as we walk over it.
Roderick would probably go and try and ascend the hill to its peak.
Okay, so that would kind of be like right around down over here. You can see me ping. You see me pinging?
Don't say anything.
Can I move my character? That is-
Did not see you.
That is interesting. I wonder why that is happening.
Is that, I mean,
I see a
here?
ping.
There we go.
Yeah, I believe Grace would want to get a good view of the countryside too. So I'll move up to the top of the hill.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with him.
I do the hill climb where I have like the one hand down near the hill and I'm struggling hard despite it not being like a super steep hill. The book raised like up for balance. I'm just kind of wobbling and I finally get to the top and it dusts everything off and I'm like, just try to make it look natural.
I'd like to roll perception and just see if I notice anything unusual.
Good. I was just about to ask for all of you to roll perception anyways.
Oh,
Okay.
Am I also rolling perception for Hemingway, who is down at the bottom, or no?
No.
Okay.
Chad, if you didn't see, I rolled a 25 perception.
Oh, dang.
What a
That's pretty good.
disgrace, after all.
Better than me and Easel. And Roderick.
Y'all did pretty well, though. All over 15. Not bad. Not bad, party.
Right.
All right. Well, so this was a DC 13 check. So you all passed, which means that you can all kind of see that the base of this rock right here, this one closest to Roderick, there's kind of like a gap between like the edge of the earth and the rock, and it kind of looks as if this particular rock can maybe be more easily removed from its spot than a lot of the other ones along the top of the hill.
Are these just natural rocks or are they carved stone?
Yeah, I wanted to do an investigation and see if it's bone as well.
They are carved rocks.
Do you mean hewn from the earth, or are there carvings chiseled into them?
No, like purposefully cut into shape, but otherwise unadorned.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah. Like they're definitely made to kind of like look like dragon spines, or well, like spines that come out of the back of a dragon.
Yes.
Yes. Not. Yeah.
Easel's gonna tap the one that he's next to with like the edge of his book and like look around and make sure it's not bone, and then there's kind of like a relieved sigh that you guys will hear from the back, followed by, "At least we're not fighting a bone dragon. Wonderful."
For now.
I guess I'll
Okay.
walk a bit closer to the action happening over here, but far enough away to not be physically involved.
Do I see anything unusual below the hill or to either side of it, or
No. So this is just kind of like this seemingly unnaturally occurring hill, and there's no one else really around as far as you can see.
okay?
I'll also call Hemingway back once we kind of worked out that this is the stone we have to remove.
All right, I'd like to take a closer look at that stone.
Okay. So it does appear that this stone is kind of set in this spot, but that there seems to be some kind of opening below it if you were able to remove it, topple it over, perhaps.
What do you think, Grace? If we give it a good shove, you think it would move?
It might. Do we see any sturdy sticks or anything like that around?
No.
I
This
don't
is a
think I
pretty
have anything.
barren landscape.
No loose sand or dirt around the spine, so to speak, around the bone.
There is like a little bit, like kind of like right around where it's set in place, but it seems to have been undisturbed for a long time.
Does this look locked in any way?
No, it just seems set in place. It's not.
Issa will cast Thaumaturgy.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to work, but Issa would definitely give that a try. This qualifies as a doorway of sorts, so...
So, like, you're just trying to, like, rumble it?
Yeah.
Is that the goal?
Basically.
Okay.
See if it opens.
It does not open, but it does kind of, like, seem to almost, like, shiver in place. Whereas the other ones nearby are very, just, like, firmly set in their place, whereas this one does kind of, like, rattle back and forth.
After it stops rattling, I'll open my book again and be like, well, that was me. Good luck, everyone.
All right. Well, I don't have any sort of digging implements or anything, so unless we want to go back to the forest and cut down some limbs, I guess we can just try rocking this stone and see if we can move it.
Wait, before we try that, why don't we try this? And I'll take out the scimitar, and I'll try to wedge it underneath, and use it as like a crowbar to try to move the stone.
You're using a scimitar for this?
I'm using a magic scimitar.
Okay, there we go.
Important distinction.
I was like, that thing's gonna bend like tinfoil.
Yeah, so you wedge it in and,
You make an attack
you try
roll?
to,
Fucking chaos crew.
you try to gain some leverage from it, and, like, you do get the sensation that, like, this should be leverageable, but you maybe need something more sturdy than this scimitar.
Did you want me to wiggle it again? You seem to be having trouble.
Well, maybe if I wedge it right here and you wiggle it again, and then Roderick and Grace push on it.
And it does
maybe
have, I should say, it does have this kind of, like, curved formation to it, so that, like, maybe if you were to, like, able to, like, gain leverage on, like, the top of it, like, maybe you could, like, pull it down and over or something like that.
Might work. Who knows?
Trying to not give, like, too much away for, like,
Yeah.
suggested approaches here, but
Right. Is it rocky soil right here or fairly loose?
definitely more loose than rocky. Like it's definitely like would have give.
All right. How far would it be back to the forest to get some tree limbs or whatever?
Oh, back to the forest?
Yeah.
Several miles.
All right. Well, I have no shovels or crowbars or anything like that. What if I just dig around the sides of the rock to loosen it up, to give... Because he was hardly able to do anything with his scimitar, maybe just digging away from the rock on the sides of it would
As soon as I see
make
Grace
it
start,
easier.
as soon as I see Grace start digging, I'll pull out my shovel and I'll hand it to her.
Ah,
Maybe this might help.
thank you. Better than claws.
Arthur just stand by because he has literally no tools to help. Unless there's a lock to be picked.
I think everyone's packs should have. Well, no, that's giving away too much.
Might as well check that.
DM problems.
I was thinking about looking at my pack, but Isel wouldn't do it, so Isel would only do the wiggle. So
Oh,
I'm sorry,
okay.
guys.
So, Roderick, would you like to look in your pack to see if you have anything that might help?
Yeah, no, and I don't have anything at all. Nothing.
But you would have rope. You all would have rope.
Okay. So, rigging up some kind of harness to this rock to pull on it on one side or the other to try and pull it out like a cork.
And see, that's a good idea. How about I take the scimitar, wedge it on this side, right, and then I've got some rope we can tie it around the top, and then the three of you can pull from the other side.
Oh, no, I'm good on wiggle duty, thank you.
Right, the two of you can pull,
And you can wiggle at the same time.
and you can wiggle
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Yes, it's a great idea.
And you know what? As a matter of fact, why don't I, Roderick, and Grace all pull the rope from the top, and then Isel, you can wiggle it.
This sounds wonderful. I feel like I'm doing the lion's share of the work, but I'll get over it.
All right,
Let's do it.
I'll take out my rope and I'll tie a slip knot in it, and I'll throw it over the top, right near the point.
Yep.
Secure it.
Okay.
I'll start wiggling.
All right.
Right.
Every 6
Ready?
seconds.
So,
3, 2, 1, pull!
all right. Which one of the three of you who are pulling would like to give me the strength athletics check, which will then have plus 10 added to it for two people helping?
Not even a plus for the wiggle, man. At least a. At
Well,
least
I
like a
have
plus
0
one.
in athletics, so if anyone has a plus in athletics,
I have -1.
Yeah, so I guess, I'll go for it. All right, here we go. How does a 3 do?
Well, so that will be plus 10 from the people helping you. And it starts to pull over, and then it kind of stops, and it's kind of bent at about a 60-degree angle, partway coming out of the earth.
All right, well, that seemed to kind of work. Why don't we try it again?
You guys aren't really doing
my
your share of the
back.
work.
Isel, this might be a bit easier if you just grab the end of the rope and pull with us.
I really don't see how that could help. But okay, I guess. Fine.
All right, ready?
Grudgingly walk over.
Right, 3, 2, 1,
One.
pull.
Pull. Here.
All right. And then
I don't
like
feel like I'm helping
slowly
much,
starts to lean over, and then settles down on the ground in front of you. Who wants to go take a look at what you have uncovered?
I will.
Audrey will. Okay, great.
All right.
Well,
I feel
You
like
go-
we're all gonna just clamor around it.
You go poke your heads to see where the rock has now, the hole that the rock has left, and you find that there is an opening beneath it, revealing a 3-foot wide spiral staircase heading down.
Is there just a loose pebble or stone? Can I just drop? Can I light it up and drop it down? See how far it goes down.
Fool of a took.
So you just kind of want to toss Arak down this spiral staircase.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, we're coming.
All right.
Easel's
Geronimo.
intelligent, but he is not smart.
I seriously doubt that.
And then suddenly you see ghostly light light up, and then they start moving up the staircase towards you, and you
I'll
are
look up. We can just
beset.
close it again, right?
You are beset by 3 will-o-wisps.
Ooh, wisps.
Okay.
But we're fighting them out here and not in the staircase. I feel it's important to note that. I did.
Because we did enter both of us, right?
Okay.
So I guess we all need to roll initiative.
Yes. 1 second, please.
Yeah. Let
Yep.
me click in the order. Oh, I gotta click my character. That's what it is.
19, not bad, Fid.
5. Yes. We're doing it.
25.
Ooh.
Roderick is back.
Good.
Oh,
because-
Massacre and the murder and to kill all the enemies in his sight. Why am I not doing commercials? Because I could make a killing.
Okay. So, suppose we should try and figure out this positioning.
I think we were just kind of clustered around the whole.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're still outside, weren't we?
Imagine fighting on a 3-foot wide spiral staircase.
Right.
That sounds like a nightmare.
It sounds like a spinal tap.
Yeah. Okay. They'll show up now. Oops.
Oh, we're fighting the golden circle. Nice.
Turn.
I don't know how will-o-wisps are in D&D, but I know every single video game that I've ever played, they've been a pain in the ass.
Yep. Yep. I was just thinking about that. Ugh. We all get fairy fired. Oh boy.
Okay. Turn. Okay. So,
Well, at least they're not very fast.
okay. So, 3 will-o-wisps have come up and spread out in front of you, beside the hole, one right over the hole. And Roderick gets to act first in initiative with Grace on deck.
Okay, so as they come up, he is gonna take out his crossbow and no crossbow, his longbow and give it a shot at the first will-o-wisp.
Okay.
Which one is shooting, Echo?
The first one that comes up from the.
Okay, so I will call that the middle one.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. This is gonna do anything at all.
Oh, you get advantage because you're attacking first, but which means you get sneak attack on this. But you don't
Yeah,
get any
well,
of
I don't need it, so just look at the rolls.
Yep, so that will hit.
But you got a crit, which means because that
Oh, because I'm advantage. Right.
yeah.
Okay.
So now you get to erase something. Just roll as many dice as you can find in your house, and boom, it's gone.
So, click that for damage, and then we'll... Yeah, alright. That will work perfectly.
Well, there's still also sneak attack
And
damage.
also
You don't
sneak
want to.
attack. Yeah, I was just gonna say.
One that was 3d6.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And that's plus 18 because that's a crit.
Yeah, so it's 14 plus 18 plus 16. So,
Over 50 damage.
There it is.
16 plus 14 is 30, plus 18 is 48.
Close.
So that would be 48 piercing damage. But...
Hoodie, take notes. This is
Take
how you achieve. This is how you achieve close to 50 damage.
So
I did it.
your arrow flies and hits the will-o-wisp kind of like dead on, and it kind of like slows down as it goes through its incorporeal form, and it flies out the other side, and its light becomes greatly diminished, but it is not dead. It seems as if perhaps your arrow was not as effective as it should have been.
Well, it was a practice round, so.
Now who's taking notes?
But yeah, after that, he does nothing, just stands there. Although he sheathed his longbow because of his ineffectiveness.
All right. Was there anything else you were going to do on your turn then? And
No.
Grace is up next then. So just firing the shot and that's all?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then we shall move on to Grace with Malik on deck.
Yes. Trying to remember the difference between D&D will-o-wisps and will-o-wisps of legend. I think they might be dangerous for charming people.
Yeah, because Nabi should shut up.
Pardon?
Nabi from Legend of Zelda.
That's kind of similar to that, but oh well.
So I will start with a bonus action and give inspiration to Malik in case he needs help with a saving throw or something. And then I will attack the closest, and that was my bonus action. Then I will attack the closest will-o-wisp with my rapier of stinging.
Okay. So that's an 11, which will not hit.
Okay. Which one is me? This one?
Yep.
Right. So I'm not actually. Oops. I'm not actually right next to one. So I guess I would have had to maneuver around to get to one. So I guess that'll be my movement.
Sure. Yep, that's fine.
Actually, I'll go right around so that we can be opposing.
Okay.
And that's it for me.
All right. No vicious mockery?
I did my bonus action with the inspiration.
Ah, right. Yes, the inspiration. Right. Okay. Right. Okay.
But thanks for asking.
Then we will go to Malik. And Isol should start thinking about what he'll want to do after all the will-o-wisps act.
Well, I mean, I'll be dead at that point, so.
So, as my bonus action, I want to cast Magic Weapon on my bow,
Okay.
and then I want to shoot this one right here, right in the middle.
Okay. So with it being a magical weapon. Okay. So make that attack. Yep, that will hit.
So it'd be 9 piercing.
9 piercing on the one in the middle.
Yep.
But it's magical, so that is now dead.
Nice.
Yay.
Actually dead.
And I will take my second shot at this one in front of Easel.
Okay. So make that attack.
We are on fire tonight, baby.
Yep, that
Nice shooting.
will also hit.
15.
Okay, 15.
Yeah.
Because I cast Magic Weapon, it makes my bow +1.
Well, okay. So I'm just going to, it's roll 20, thinking that you got the critical, but it should just be a 22. So that's 11.
Okay, so 11. Yep,
Yeah,
that's
11.
fine.
Okay.
And
That feature that you cast to make your weapon magical, is that for yourself only, or can it be at your companion's weapons as well?
I think it's just for me, but let me
It's a touch
let me
spell,
check
so
for
you can it's any weapon.
Yes, that is correct. Yep.
Very nice.
So
And then I am going to move. I think.
I was just going to describe that you shoot the arrow, and it actually kind of like sinks into the incorporeal form of the will-o-wisp, and there's like this flare of light a little bit, and then the arrow just kind of like drops down directly below where the will-o-wisp is, and it seems to have been quite hurt from that.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna jump over here, right there. Yeah, right there.
Okay. All right. Will-o-wisp. All right. So this will-o-wisp that's right kind of in between Roderick and Grace seems to reach out. Some of its light reaches out and then like touches Roderick, and so that will be.
I like the dark, scary music. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, ominous.
Very, very ominous. Yeah.
A 14. Let me see what Roderick's AC is at. His AC is 16, so he will not be affected by its touch.
Yeah, armor class is 16. Yeah.
Okay.
The light that wisps give off, what kind of light is it? Is it just ordinary light, or is it sunlight? What?
It is kind of a magical whitish light.
Okay, then it will have an effect on him.
Okay, and then
He'll be good.
the other one does something similar to Isol with a 20.
Oh yeah, I mean, AC is a 12, so yeah.
which will be 9 lightning damage.
Lightning. Ugh. Okay. I was hoping for radiant, but okay.
And then that one kind of tries to back up over to here, which will provoke an attack of opportunity from Isol.
For all of Isol's melee weapons that he has. Yeah,
Book
I'll try to
bash
smack him
him.
with his book. The book is magical, so
It is magical. He's right.
Bludgeoning damage.
All right.
it count as like a club? Would that work? Is that?
Yeah.
I have proficiency in the book.
I would say
If you want to smack it with the book, then that would just be like a
well, how thick is the book?
an improvised weapon attack. So
Okay. Let's roll a d20.
yeah,
If the book is
it would be
thick
your strength
and-
modifier if anything applied.
So if the book is thick, it would be probably two-handed.
-1.
So if it is a light book, then it would
Swinging
be
in hard with that book.
Yeah, you missed.
Swing and a miss.
Sorry
Trying
to
to fight
say,
a fly.
but that other one would not have tried to move. So then we actually go to Isol's actual turn.
Did it actually move away?
It
Where
did move
to?
away. Why did
okay.
that not? That's weird.
Oh, thank you for the sub, Rob.
Hey,
Rob!
Rob!
Thanks for subscribing to Arvin Eleron's channel.
For 20 months in a row. Welcome.
Yay!
Welcome. The dark side is here. Embrace it, ladies and gentlemen.
The dark side meets the shadowed side.
And there's all anyone in chat that haven't seen the book that missed it. That ballet since the last time I lived. Hey-o!
Why is that not?
Yeah,
Okay.
she's not moving away.
It's not.
But it's like down and over, or down 2 and over 1.
Yeah,
Well
it's,
put, Arv.
it's supposed to be
Well
right
put.
there. It's showing up there. That is weird. What the hell?
Hey, this
That
whole
one-
sense is weird.
That one
That
moves.
one moves.
That's weird. Okay, hold on. Give me a second here. Let me see. if-
Wisps are weird.
Okay, so that's supposed to be.
Welcome in, Rob. Welcome in, Miss Dunsel.
Ah, Mrs. Dunsill. Hello, 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 hello,
I
hello.
believe I did. Yeah.
Hello.
Oh,
that's
that's
So much good turnout.
Arv is here. Like everybody showed up all at
Hey.
the same time.
welcome in, everyone.
And there's more, because there's an Echo Alpha underscore X5 who just resubscribed for 32 months in a row on tier 2 as well. Oh, the savage!
Oh, interesting. So if I,
And yes, what Arv said there's just in the chat.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
well, that's a pain. If I edit the enemy tokens to update their HP, it breaks them from showing up as moving for you guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I knew that there had been some issues with that kind of stuff recently that I had seen some other people posting about, so that's a pain.
And you're welcome, Arvid, at around for the sub.
So I guess I will.
I
Just
mean,
have
they're
to-
just wisps. You can just draw them where you want them to go.
yeah,
Like if you want him over here, just draw a circle right there.
yeah. That is
There we go.
Okay, so
All right.
after swinging out with the book, I'll kind of like recover, but in a very poor physicality, not great on Esol. A very poor attempt. I'll just hold out the book and the two gold chains will shoot out, and I'll cast Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay. So make those attacks.
Boop, boop. Where are you spells? Two.
And Eldritch. Oh yeah, so a 23 and a 27. Those both hit. And Eldritch
Okay.
Blast is force damage, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, and do you want to give a brief plug-in for the new book that came out?
Oh, for Tasha's?
Mm-hmm.
So much stuff. I'm during the intro, I was reading some of the new spells that were introduced in Tasha's, and you could see the reaction on my face. I realized that I was like opening my mouth and emoting, and I was like, okay, I probably should stop. There's a spell now that canonically can send you to Eberron, so that's neat.
So
That's cool.
yeah, Hoodie tonight has become Isol itself. So
All right. That will-o-wisp is much dimmer. It seems to have been greatly injured, but it is still technically around.
All right. And
check
then
that player.
I will, I guess, kind of frown and then just back up behind this rock.
Okay.
And what about Hemingway? What about him?
Hemingway's in the cloak right now.
Oh.
Hemingway managed to crawl back up and into the cloak, just chilling out, having a nice rest.
I feel like Hemingway might be slightly more skittish than Easel.
Yeah, probably. Being a small lizard will do that to you.
Yeah, and so goes for my black rat Sunio, who Roderick acquired during his time in the Quintessential Dungeon.
Okay, so that will then take us to Roderick's turn with Grace on deck.
Right. So, as he had sheathed his longbow, he's going to pull out his massacre shock dagger
Okay.
and try to stab the one in front of him. This one. Because I assume that's the one that is the left, that is the full strength wisp, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, shocking dagger. Let's shock somebody.
Yep, so that will hit.
Oh, yeah.
Sneak attack?
Yes, sneak attack will also apply
Oh.
Yeah.
because
Super kill it.
Grace is on the other side of it.
That's why I moved there.
Thank you, Almighty Grace.
Just doing my part.
Okay, so how much damage do I lose based on the incorporeal form?
Alright, so you stab it with your magical dagger, and it definitely seems to take like the full damage from the regular old stab, but as the sparks from the shocking effect kind of like come off the blade, as its light had started to dim, it goes back a little bit.
Oh no, that's right. It's a shocking.
Because it's a shocking
Oh.
level.
Oh
Yep.
no.
So you repowered it.
So it will take the 8 plus 13, so 21 damage.
Well, at least Grace has some possibility of doing some sneak damage if she can ever do it. Being a bard, I think.
So it does seem greatly injured, but it's still threatening there, right in between you. And
I will say this on behalf of Grace. She is the bard of the team, but I feel sometimes that she's like the rogue, more rogue than she is a bard.
well, bards are kind of roguish, but in a way.
Birds are
but-
versatile.
Yeah, good point.
Oh yeah, extremely.
All right. So, was there anything else you wish to do on your turn, Roderick? You
I want
attack.
to just sheath my dagger and pull out my longbow again.
Okay. Any movement or anything?
Staying put.
Okay. Then that will
I
take...
don't know if you remember this, Roderick, but there was a while back I did give you a scimitar. A magical scimitar.
Yeah. It was part of one of our. Oh, was it? Was it the?
Remember, there was
tap-
two. There was two that the orc had, and I kept one, and I gave you the other.
Oh yeah, at the farm. Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I believe those are versatile, so you can still get sneak attack with them. I believe.
Okay.
Okay, I'm looking at my character sheet, and it says scimitar, but the damage type is -1.
Oh,
No, should be.
Finesse. Sorry, finesse. My bad.
it's because it probably defaults to strength when it should be dex.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be +2 to damage.
Yeah, I think my character sheet needs a little tune because there are a lot of things here that should not be on there. So. Because I sold a lot of stuff when we were in Fandolin a few sessions ago. But yeah, so I guess my turn is over. It's over to Grace.
All right. Since these things are apparently not trying to attack our wills or charm us, I'm going to dispense with the with any more inspirations for the moment, and I will just lay on with my rapier of stinging once again. Maybe that hits.
I
The
thought hers
14?
was the double crit.
No,
I know, right?
sadly.
Oh, whoops! No, that must be from me trying to edit the scimitar.
I
on.
mean, if you want to. You want to jump on in, sure.
Unfortunately,
Now that-
a 14 does not hit.
What?
Nope.
All right. Well, you dim bulbs think you can threaten us. You're nothing but some twinkly lights, and we will soon put you out.
Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.
So 2 psychic or wisdom save, right? Checking here.
Although dim bulbs
Oh.
is anachronistic. Sorry.
With some of the steampunk elements of Forgotten Realms, there's not many, but there are some. I'm assuming that there are some kind of bulbs around, and you being a lore bard would know about them.
Okay. All right then.
So it does fail its wisdom save, so it will take the 2 psychic damage. So
All the
It's-
things you learn.
light grows even dimmer, and it is extremely weakened.
I'm gonna stay in place, so that's my turn.
Okay.
Wait, it is extremely weak even after after Roderick accidentally brightened it a bit with the shock.
Well, but you still did a crap ton of other magical damage, so
Okay,
yeah.
I can accept that.
Alright, well then that will take us over to Malik.
All right, I'm going to shoot this one right here.
Okay.
So, let's see.
Stupid tokens.
Legolas mode. Oh,
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 how
no.
disappointing.
Critical miss.
Man, All right, so I will take my second shot at it.
Okay,
You should
That's more
not.
like it.
That's
Yep.
a 26 too.
that hits.
All right.
It's a bow. It's not a shotgun.
And there's 10 piercing, and I would like to dump my Colossus Slayer, which is it's been a long time since I did it, so it is another D8.
Feels weird using Colossus Slayer on a tiny little floating bulb
Yeah.
of light.
All right. So its light fades out of existence.
Yay!
Now, how do I remove
Did the D8 pop up?
Oh.
What?
It did not, but
As long as the thing is dead.
yeah.
Yeah, because on my end
vanished.
it says rolling the dice, and it's like it's frozen.
Not saying anything on my
Oh,
end.
Oh,
there,
there
it
it
goes.
is.
There it is.
It's still dead regardless.
Yeah, I figured.
Ah,
And that is all I'm going to do for now.
And
I'll
now
stay
there
right
is
there.
just one gold circle left to take a turn.
Okay,
yeah.
one left, which will then reach out its light towards Grace. Uh, 15.
That will exactly hit me.
Aha, okay. So that will be
Vengeance shall be had.
10 lightning damage.
Oof.
Ooh.
Ouch. Wow. Okay.
Well, Shakuna. Oh, Roderick is gonna feel the claws tonight.
And then it will just kind of stay hovering there as we go over to Isol.
Poke out from around
Holy
the rock,
crap.
pull up the book, and the two golden chains will shoot out towards it from where Eldritch Blast. And then
That's a hit. Hit.
So the
does the 16 hit?
the 16 does not hit. But the
Yeah,
25
that's what I
does.
5?
5 force damage.
I always am
Is-
confused with the double. Oh.
I have to roll for each beam that comes out of Eldritch Blast.
Is enough
Yeah, but I'm.
is enough to snuff its light. So it is gone.
Whew.
Ta-da!
I'll use
my human bacon.
the moments immediately after. I'm going to spend 2 of my healing lights. One on myself, and I'll direct one towards Grace. So that is a D6? The D6 of health for both of us. Let me roll that in chat.
Chat. Oh, in
D6.
roll 20 chat. Right.
May I take a moment to announce something, Shadow?
Okay.
Just a little reminder for everybody that
Ooh,
tomorrow.
nice roll.
Now it's a good heal.
That would-
Tomorrow evening at 2200 hours Eastern Standard Time, the Killigo Trout will be streaming over at .com to continue one final time a stream of the Dark Heart of Ukro in dedication of Kilobyte, aka Scott Griggs. Dedication, the dedication for the game to be finally recognized, as it is a very high-tech game from 1989. It's a rare classic, and yeah, everybody should check that out. And coming this Saturday, it's going to be the finale of Curse of Strahd for real this time. Because if not, god damn it, I will not know what to do.
Did I miss it? Did we win D&D?
I did it. It was me.
Hey.
Yes! We killed everything, we killed everybody, and then we're going to just go and hammer it. But yeah, so Culture Strahd on Saturday at 7 o'clock in the evening EST, and GGCom with Critical Trout doing the Dark Heart of Ukral in honor of Kilobyte at 2200 hours EST tomorrow. So back to you, Shadow.
All right, thank you.
So the will-o'-the-wisp vanished, leaving nothing behind except the hole in the ground with the staircase.
Correct. So now all that there is left is the staircase spiraling down.
What are the wisps?
One
Is it
moment,
that?
gentlemen. Before we start down, those will-o'-the-wisps caught me by surprise, but I want us all to head in with inspiration for this. So, we don't know what we're facing, but we may be in more danger soon, so take some inspiration from this helpful little tune. Steel your will and feel your courage rising to the fray. Be swift, strong, smart, and do your part, and we will win the day. Hey, we will win the day.
Hey!
Okay, now we can go.
Even I feel inspired.
All right, so marching order. Who can see in the dark, or are we using torches? I can see in the dark.
I think we can all see in the dark.
Awesome. No torches then. I have good perception. Roderick and Malik both have good perception.
Yep.
All right. So who is going down first?
Well, let's see. I have pretty good agility too, so I think I'll take point if that's all right with everyone.
Okay.
I'll follow behind Grace.
All right. Grace, I'm going to move you over to the base of the stairs. And then it was Malik next.
I'll probably be after Malik. I don't think you guys would trust me to be in the back.
Okay.
Pardon me for AFK there for a moment, but if everybody looks in the Twitch chat, as always, you have been immortalized, Almighty Grace. Thank you
All
for
right,
the tool.
thanks.
And
for the
actually,
tip.
in fact, I wanted to mention this, and then I was momentarily distracted. For that lovely tune, Grace can have an actual regular inspiration
Oh, cool.
to use.
Nice.
All right, thanks.
Well, I guess we all should write some songs then, so we can get inspiration ourselves. I sing a very proper tune because I know how to sing and not Gollum.
Move this over.
Let's see. Da-da-da-dee, da-da-da-doo.
Oh, you are still on the stairs, Roderick. Sorry.
Actually, perfectly aligned too. If you look at my frame.
Yeah.
Yes, I might be a dragon hiding as a human, not hiding as a drow as a human. Nobody knows.
And so then, as you come down to the bottom of the stairs, you see more light of will-o'-wisps pop into existence. And you see one then go skittering around up this way and go down this hallway. And another one that then comes down this way.
That is very odd. I would think they would be coming toward us rather than running away from us.
Do we have any open light sources currently?
No.
Excellent.
None of you had lit torches that you told me about anyway. And that one goes down over that way. And it is dark down here.
Is it
There's
dark,
no light within the barrow. You require dark vision or your own light source to see inside, but you did see the light from these will-o-wisps then kind of go off away as they moved away from you. Because their light... where is this? Is just a 5-foot radius around them.
Well, great.
Well, I
So
believe we
then-
all do have dark vision, do we not? I know I do.
Yeah, we all did.
Yeah.
What do you think, Grace? Should we follow them, or should we go down the whole way that they didn't go down?
I have something that might be a tip, and I'll pull out the Crown of Greed, and I'll pulse it down here.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. So that is a 60-foot radius.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45, 50, 60. Okay, so that will basically cover everything except for the very tippy top.
How dark was it down there? Router can see in clearly in dark tunnels, so he shouldn't be in problem to guide us all forward, I think.
Gems or magical...
The billion gems down here. That's it. I'm okay with that.
We already found 1 billion gems. We're not going to find another billion.
That's true. We do have a lot of money. So that's nice.
It is nice not to have to worry about it. Well,
Okay, so you do sense some kind of magical object over... Oh, I should zoom out and so that people watching can see. Over here, where I'm pinging. Can you see that?
Yep.
Yep.
And
Mm-hmm.
there.
Yep.
And but that is all you get at the moment.
Okay. So I'll let the group know immediately. I think they're that way. Well, I got multiple. Maybe there's more. I'm not sure if I'm getting all of it from where we are, but that's what I have right now, and I'll put the Crown of Greed away, back in my bag.
yes, let's go that way. There's certainly seems the likeliest option.
All right, then.
All right, let's go.
We move.
Do the really stealthy squat team movements, SWAT team movements, where it's like we're doing the eye thing, and then the come here, we're
Right.
not talking out loud. Everyone's real low. Easel's running into walls. It's great.
And you got just his hands on their shoulders. You know you're there with them. Okay, so we're going south?
We're going
West.
West.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. So, as you approach, you can see the light of the will-o-wisp hovering over there.
As we're walking, I want to put my hand on the wall, because I don't think we can see a lot with dark vision, but we should be able to see a little bit. I'm going to be looking around in general for any type of contextual clues as to how old this place is, or like any type of wall painting, writing, anything like that?
Ah, yes. So, it is dark down here, there is no light, and all tunnels and rooms have walls, floors, and roofs made of packed earth.
Not gonna be any carvings in that.
No.
No.
And the ceilings are about 8 to 9 feet up.
Okay. Well, that's the case. Then just basically checking for traps, but not being good about it.
Okay?
I'm also
So-
going to stay behind Esel, just so nothing creeps up on him.
Alright.
Very thoughtful.
So, Roderick was going on in front, I see,
Yep,
at
yep.
least from how the tokens are positioned.
Yeah, because he has the ability to see in the dark and dim light, so as if it was bright light.
Okay. So there is that corner there, and you can see the light coming off from the will-o-wisp.
Can I do a
ahead.
perception check? Check for traps.
Check for traps? Yes, you sure can.
Okay. Perception check. Don't fail me now.
Ooh,
Nice.
27.
Oh yeah.
That is
Uh,
very useful.
Yes, so you are able to quite easily discern that this spot right in front of where the will-o-wisp is hovering is actually a concealed pit trap.
Ah,
Nice.
good going.
Yeah, so he tells. Hold on a moment. Those are little pesky wisps. Something. There's something
Roderick,
here.
can you disarm it, or should we creep around the sides, or what?
No. There's no way to creep around inside it. It's either cross it or jump over it, then we'll risk bumping into the wisp, and then it'll be probably more trouble.
Yeah, so for specifics, you're able to tell that there were some rotten wooden planks over about 3 what did it say? 3 rusty swords that were embedded about 10 feet down from below the planks, and then over the planks there had been like this covering of earth that then it would have given way, and it's like basically the entire 5 feet by 5 feet of the tunnel would have given way and dropped you down onto the rusty swords.
Yeah. So he pulls out his thieves' tools and starts trying to see if he could disarm it. That'll
So,
be sleight of hand, right?
well, disarming this would effectively be like
Oh,
collapsing the top, so but without falling down into it. So to basically bypass the trap, you would have to then carefully lower yourself down, walk around the swords, and then climb back up the other side.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Is the plank fastened down with the nails or something, or is it just loose?
It's loose and rotten,
Loose and
so if you try and step on it, it will immediately collapse.
How wide is the pit?
5 feet by 5 feet. It's the entire square.
I mean, I could probably jump it. I'm not sure if Isel could. Well, what say we just shoot down the will-o-wisp from afar and then figure out what to do. We know we're going to have to kill it anyway to get past.
I would very much attempt to try and jump. Only I would have you to try, Grace. But perhaps after which we have slain the wisp. For now it is obstructing our view, so we cannot go forward, only backwards. So I could try and shoot it now with the longbow. Or we could try another one of the hallways, or...
No, we know what we want. We know there's something we're interested in down this hallway, so let's just attack it. And I take out my hand crossbow. And barring any action from anyone else, I will just go ahead and shoot the will-o'-the-wisp.
Okay. So, initiatives, please.
Somebody's eager to shoot.
My character. What?
That's a... Oh.
Oh, wow. The crit and also the crit initiative. Nice.
Well, that would validate the hit, wouldn't it? Because she has 30 feet movement, so that would be 10 feet to stand beside Roderick, then to shoot it. And it would be a sneak attack too, wouldn't it?
She doesn't get sneak attack. She's
Well,
wearing...
Not me.
if she had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not a magical weapon either. I just didn't see any point in standing around debating any longer. We know we're gonna have to kill this thing.
Yeah, well.
Well, that's fortunate
more
that
damage
you're
with
at
the longbow.
top of the initiative order. So your hand to crossbow critical hit will definitely hit because it is a critical, and criticals always hit.
For what
which
that's worth.
should actually be 1 plus 6 by our house rule. So that'd be 7 piercing damage.
Awesome. And I'll just throw in a little vicious mockery at the same time. Oh, little light, soon you will be down. Little light, little light.
You shall no more be a blight.
And 14 is less than 15, so that will also take that 1 psychic damage.
Good deal.
Should be...
All right, I started it. You gentlemen can finish it off.
Okay. Which then takes us to Roderick.
Who will pull out his crossbow and take aim and fire. That's a miss, I believe.
Yeah, 12 will not hit.
Yeah.
So
That's the end of my turn.
your arrow flies above the will-o'-wisp and sails off into the room beyond, and you can hear it thunk into the wall at the far side. And will you remain where you are, or anything else?
No, there's nowhere to go anyway, so he's
Yep.
there.
Okay, Isol.
I guess I can kind of understand what's going on through contextual clues. I'll kind of... Can I...
You can move through allies' spaces.
Yeah. I guess I'll just Eldritch Blast it then. The two golden change come out, pop it twice.
Is that something new, or does that happen every time?
It's so. I mean, I'm just theming it after the whole golden tome hooked up to a golden chain that's hooked up to me. So
Gotcha.
that's what happens every time he shoots out Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
I just figured I'd start articulating it.
Hmm.
That hits. That does not.
Ooh, an 18 doesn't hit. Dang,
An 18 does
that's
not
terrifying.
hit. Have you figured out what its AC is yet?
I think it's 20, maybe 19.
Alright, so 9 force damage. Okay.
And I'll kind of clamber back around everyone.
It's starting to seem rather hurt, but its light is a little diminished. And you clamber back. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, which then takes us to the Will-O-Wisp. Which then retreats behind this pillar, and you see the light disappear.
Well,
And then, if we continue on with initiative, that takes us to Malik's turn.
All right. I am going to move past everybody
Mm-hmm.
as I go by Grace. I'll say, "You moved to violence very quickly. I think you should spend a little too much time with us." And I'm going to move down here, and I'm going to jump over this trap.
Okay. It is actually well within your athletic capabilities to do that, so you don't need to roll.
Okay. And
Malik, let's set up a rope, tie a rope somewhere somehow so that Isel might need a little help getting. Oh wait, no, Isel can fly. What am I thinking?
yeah, right.
I just kind of shrug. Oh no, open my book back out.
Do you just want to check around this corner to see if it went up or down, or if it just disappeared, if it blinked out, or what?
You do not see anything.
Right.
All right.
You're just
I
kind of
will-
peeking around, right? You're not moving past.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No.
Are we still in initiative?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
So am I? Am I
So
up?
no, I'm good. That's it. That's all I
Okay.
got.
Yep. Then it's
Okay.
Grace's turn.
I too will jump across the pit.
Okay.
Grabbing the wrong one. Right. Okay. And I will move this way and look around this side to see if I see anything menacing us.
All you can tell is just the dark of the catacomb.
All right. Next.
Takes us to
And
Roderick.
Roderick jumps over,
Okay.
and he's gonna because I assume there's a pillars on the side here.
Yeah. So there are sarcophaguses in alcoves in this room.
Mm.
Sarcophagi, I guess.
Sarcophagus.
Are they plain or do they have writing on them?
Or inscriptions or rune or whatever.
They are solid blocks of granite, sealed with heavy granite lids. The seals are airtight.
Is the granite fine, rough?
They're not rough, but like they were once like nicely carved blocks, but they are kind of worn by time now.
I think we should wait to open this if we possibly can till Isol has a chance to detect anything. Isol, come on over.
Well, you would be blocking his landing spot.
Yeah, but he will be moving over.
Well, before we open one of these sarcophagi, I'd just like to say these were heroes buried here in all honor because of their dragon slaying. So I just want to say to announce that we are not here simply seeking treasure. We are trying to fight a dragon of our own, and we are seeking whatever heritage can come to us of fighting dragons to do that with. So I'll take out my lute and play something somewhat reverential and make with the pretty lights and everything. And
Okay.
after I do that for a few minutes, I nod and step back.
All right.
We don't have a priest with us, but we can at least do this with respect.
In the more immediate, Roderick, are you indeed moving to that spot ahead of Malik?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're still in
When
combat.
when you step into that spot, the will-o-wisp reappears and attacks you.
Well, how that can affect the people.
With a 17. So that should hit. I believe you're at 16.
That is a hit indeed.
But it will only do 6 lightning damage.
Okay, that's 28.
Okay. Which then takes us to Isol.
I thought it was gonna be way worse than that. You got me scared, Shadow. That was a scary one. I was like, he's gonna come around that corner and there's gonna be 20 of them bad boys. No. I was just holding my breath the entire time when Roderick moved to there. Okay, I'm gonna move to here. Can I can't make out the tip of the will-o-wisp, can I, from here?
You could tell that there would be like light coming from there. Like,
But I can't bend the bullets like wanted.
no.
Okay. I don't know if Isel's gonna fly. Isel might just try and jump like an idiot. I really don't want him to do it, but I'm pretty sure that's exactly what he'd try after watching everyone else do it, because he'd get a little bit competitive. I don't know.
Jumping 5 feet is like standard adventurer stuff. Everyone can do it. It's in the rules. You can jump forward 5 feet with no problem.
I'm mechanically.
Isol.
I feel bad because I don't think Isel can actually do that. He's just gonna jump the 5 feet, but it's gonna be
A clumsy landing.
not great. Yeah, he's gonna land. There's gonna be a little bit of arm waving, a
Yeah.
little bit of leap back on the heel.
I think it's gonna be something like this. Let's see. It's gonna be like the scene on Sherlock Holmes when Sherlock and Watson gets in a fight when he tries to figure out the dwarf midget, and the French big man jumps down outside the boatyard, and Sherlock follows suit, and only he lands on top of some cargo, and it has on his chest on the ground in the mud. So something like that.
So I know I can't cast in melee range. Is there any way I can get sight from either where I am or like halfway into the next square?
I will let you dip into Malik Square and back in order to do it.
Okay, cool. Because it's just gonna be another Eldritch Blast. Out come those golden chains. Boop boop boop. Nice.
So 15 does not hit, but the critical hit will. And that is kind of perfect. So 13 force damage snuffs out the light of the will-o-wisp.
I'm like a paparazzi jumping out behind a corner with a giant book. Big flash goes off, and it just...
It fizzles out with a crackle, and you are left in the darkness.
And what bites the dust?
I'll start kind of cautiously walking over while Grace is probably at this point now going through the let's not ruin too many graves thing, and I'll put the crown of greed on in the center of the room and try and get a more distinct I know you told us, but I don't think Isol would be able to exactly pinpoint
Right, yep.
which ones. So at this point, that's what he would do, and then point them out. And then afterwards, putting the crown of greed back in the bag. Let's not touch any more graves than we have to. In fact, I wonder if you all wouldn't mind waiting about a few minutes while I prepare detect magic. So we maybe don't even have to enter some of these because, well, this is where zombies come from. I'm not a fan. I've read a lot of stories. Okay, I'm reading now. And then I'll just sit down exactly where I am and start ritual casting detect magic.
That makes sense to me. Let's just wait.
So
And Roderick will just go down and put his legs across and start meditating a little bit.
I'm gonna walk over here and peek behind this pillar just to see if there's anything there.
Smart.
And I'll walk over here.
I'm so gonna assume that one of you is gonna spring another will-o-wisp.
I think because we're not using light, we're safe on springing them. Besides, like straight up attacking them.
Yeah, plus Roderick has dark vision, so he's gonna see better in the dark than light.
yeah, I don't think the stone of the sarcophagi is
Worried by the amount of silence coming out of Shadow Mage when they went to check behind a pillar.
I know, right?
No, these are just regular old pillars. There's nothing interesting in here aside from the sarcophagi. But I was just checking for your detect magic because it says it's blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. But the sarcophagi themselves, the walls, the outside portion of the sarcophagi would not be 1 foot thick. It would be
That's
more
what I was
like
banking on.
8 inches. So, you would be able to detect magic on coming from those same spots that you got from the Crown of Greed. So this northwest one and this southeast one. And I always forget what school of magic enchanted weapons are.
Enchantment?
I believe.
Yeah.
Hey, quick.
Well, actually, I guess technically, this one in
Alteration?
the southeast. Yeah. So, where's my descriptions here?
But I only know that from Morrowind and the Elder Scrolls, so don't take my word.
Yes. So, the one in the northwest would have alteration and illusion magic, and the one in the southeast would have alteration and evocation magic.
Oh boy.
Ooh,
Well, those are both really good schools as far as I'm concerned. Can I get a rough outline of like what these shapes are? Is it like a thin long mass? Is it like a short Bumped up mass.
So you do get shaped auras. So that one in the northwest, which was alteration and illusions, you would recognize as being in a similar shape to the loot that Grace carries. And the one in the southeast is in a circular shape.
Okay. After kind of studying everything and being very, very silent, I'll kind of like just putting my face up to the stone and like going and like going back and forth between them. I'll go back to the center. Well, we have a bit of a conundrum here. I don't think that any of these are what we're looking for, but they would help us fight the dragon. That being said, we are still now grave robbing, which I'm not 100% on board with, but we're doing it for a just cause, so I'm going to leave this moral ambiguity up to you all. Who do we vote for? We take what we need, or we leave it here?
Oh, I vote for grave robbing, but that's just me.
I think we should look for the sword first. There's a slight chance that if we disturb these sarcophagi, that the barrow might start to collapse or something. So then our opportunity to get the sword would be lost. So let's see if we can find the sword before we...
Would I change your mind if I said that that one was a loot? And I point to the northwest one.
Well, it's tempting, but I think we need to focus on finding the sword.
Fair enough. I guess we'll come back to this later then.
Since I'm right next to this one, can I take a closer look at it just to see if I can notice anything maybe written on it or anything like that?
They're all just plain stone.
I still believe that we should await. We have only entered here. There are still one or two left to explore, and I will know, for if they are dragon slayers as it seems, for these sarcophagus are here within a dragon burrow. I feel it would all be what's the word again? Desecration?
Yes.
Yeah.
Desecration of the bodies and the final resting place. So I am against it.
Well, yes, that's the problem, is it would help us in the moment and the valley at large, but we would still be taking a possession from someone who worked very hard before. That's why I figured we'd vote on it instead of me just trying to lift up a lid and stealing some stuff. Also, quick aside, what if when we take the sword that we're after, the burrow collapse, and we leave all of this stuff here? Once again, I don't mean to be too much of a downer here, but these things could help us.
No, you raise a valid point, but I would feel more at peace if you were explore the other halls first.
And we've all had a vision that implied that the sword would help us. We don't know whether the other things really would help or not. So,
Well, it could be a lightsaber of the Qui-Gon era. No, he didn't say that.
Let's trust in some hallucinogenic vision that we had from a godforsaken church. All right. Anyone else?
Oh, poor Hazel.
I just want to let it be known I'll go along with the group and we'll go find the sword first. But I am in favor of coming back here afterwards and, grave robbing.
Assuming nothing collapses.
Right.
Okay, heroes first, robbing later. Away.
Well, at any rate, for now, we'll move and see what's on the other sides.
Okay.
Well,
I didn't get a read from any of the other directions, but we may not have been close enough. There may be more behind it, so as we get closer, I'll check again.
well, since this didn't exactly give us what we want, let's try going next down the passageway where no will-o'-the-wisp went. So to the east.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Okay.
in favor.
I'm gonna follow right behind Grace.
I'm third.
And Roderick's probably going to be the first again.
Okay.
Oh, we're putting Easel last, then I'll get behind Easel.
I'm a perpetual third place member in the marching order. But as we start to approach any type of new area, East will slow down and start looking around very cautiously.
Right.
As in checking for traps.
Yeah, but once again, being very bad at it. So if I do have to roll, it's not going to be good.
Well, Issa could always ask Roderick to check for traps.
Yes, if Roderick could do that for us.
All right. Make those perception checks.
Yeah. Easel's not good at asking for things from people without hiring them, so...
There are no traps. You are quite certain of it.
Okay.
At least in your current vicinity.
All right.
Well, I don't sense anything now, so...
As we get closer down this path, we start to see, like, the spiral stairs are being left in the background. I'll take out the Crown of Greed again and pulse it in this area.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. No, nothing.
Okay, yeah. I'll put it back in the bag and just look back at Malik and then look forward to Grace and shake my head.
Maybe we should tell Waldrick there's nothing really down there.
Maybe there's a hint? Maybe there's a weird puzzle that we have to solve about moving sarcophagi around, or maybe we have to line up all the will-o'-the-wisps in a row and shoot the right ones in order, or... Who knows? It could be anything. People that make these types of weird grand burial mounds are deranged.
Maybe Laura Croft was here and left a message. So... Roderick takes one more step and he turns towards the hallway down. And... Can you do another perception check?
Okay. Eight.
As a quickness as well. Oh.
You're reasonably certain there are no traps.
Give the floor a good stamp. Yeah, it's looking dirty.
We don't see any boards or anything.
No. There's just this large dirt pillar in the middle, and then the room opens up to show two more alcoves with sarcophagi.
Do these look to have any visible writing on them?
Again, they are just plain stone.
Plain granite, alright. So he takes a few more steps and he Ask Isel, could you do a little detection once again?
Has it been 10 minutes since the last time? Well, because it's a 10-minute duration. Would 10 minutes have passed?
Maybe not quite.
I mean, we did kind of debate ethics for a little while.
True. All right. Yeah, sure. I'd say 10 minutes is up.
Sure. Well, I'll just kind of go to the center here. Like, I didn't sense anything with the crown, but I don't mind casting again if you don't mind waiting. Okay. And I'll just sit down and open up the book and start reading.
And since you're over in this direction, Roderick, you do notice that there is this small, tight, about 2 feet wide tunnel that kind of exits out the west side of the room. Other than that, I think you're all...
Well, this is most unusual. Malek, come here. I might find a little hole here.
You find something?
I don't know, maybe. Here, have a look. And he takes a step back. Or Malek, take a look.
Looks like a hole.
For a wisp?
Possibly.
I don't know, with the whole storm above and something's terribly wrong here, I think.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was some sort of trap. Like this thing is gonna start shooting out water and fill this whole room up.
Like, it's as tall as the room. Like, it's not like shorter ceiling or anything. It's just kind of like this tight, kind of 2 foot wide-ish tunnel that kind of winds down.
Oh, I was picturing a hole,
No, it's
like
not
a 2 foot round hole in the wall.
Yeah, it's not quite a hole. It's just a very,
Okay.
very tight tunnel.
Could we get through it?
Yeah,
I mean, Malik probably could. He's pretty skinny.
yeah, like you'd have to like turn sideways or whatever to.
Yeah. The loading screen from the new Final Fantasy VII. Right.
Well, so, you think you can climb into it?
I don't know. You want to go down there? I'll go with you if you want to go. It's going to be tight, but I think we could, single file.
I don't know. We were safe when we came through the hallways. And with the wisps all around, it would be too dangerous to try this.
Fair enough. We should
So
probably keep
what-
an eye on it just to make sure that nothing comes out of it, though.
Yeah, we probably should. I just found that little tunnel. I might as well check these for traps. So, I roll another perception to check the sarcophagus for a trap.
Okay.
Don't fail me now.
Didn't.
Nice.
Oh. But after the bunker something zero, something nothing.
There are no traps with the lid of the sarcophagus.
Uh-huh. Well, nothing here. Grace, you find anything?
I assume I see nothing from
Yeah,
this side.
same thing.
Nothing.
Well, guess it's all too easy then. And he just turns and crosses his arms as he sits down in the cross and just waits for him to do his little detection spell.
Okay. So that's 30 feet on detect magic, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. There is nothing magical around within the 30 feet around you.
All right. I'll kind of like walk the perimeter of the room, seeing if maybe there's a secret door that has something just beyond it, or whatever.
Or if there's any traps inside the little tunnel.
Yeah, I suppose any magical
Oh,
trap would definitely
magical
glow.
traps.
And after that, probably comes back with nothing. I'll just be like, I'll shrug. Nothing here.
Well, you said you walk the perimeter?
Yeah, so I want to do like go to like the perimeter,
Okay.
all four corners, and then
Like
up
a little
and
Adrian
around.
Monk moment.
and back.
When you're in the edge over here,
Hmm.
you get a ping of necromancy magic from over this way.
Ooh.
I'll just like tap on the wall and point through it. So that hole is going to lead to a zombie. I don't know what type of zombie. I do know it's a necromantic spell of some variety. So have fun.
Well, perhaps we did not go down that hallway. Or that tunnel.
Can
No,
oh yeah, I can just feel it. I can't even see anything faintly.
Yeah,
outlined.
it's just like the edge of something
Yeah.
that's necromancy magic. You get the faint sensation that it's maybe like bone shapes,
Okay.
but not person shaped bones.
Yeah, south doesn't sound like a good direction. It's never been great. So let's just not go there. Let's never talk about it, and don't go through that hole. Okay. Wonderful.
Not
To the
very
north.
adventurous adventurers.
Yeah, no, that's Easel to a T.
never known this to be an amateur. Anyway,
All right, well, then let's check the north wing next. Not the south wing.
As we
Well.
start to kind of file out, though, I want to say, what if someone did want to go down there? I have a perfect spell for it. I've been waiting to try it out, so just let me know if you're feeling dangerous later.
Maybe we should go up north and see what's up there. And then before we leave, we'll go down south.
Perhaps we'll find what we're looking for up north.
perhaps.
Yeah, and with the tech magic still going, I'll just swing it around every so often.
Okay.
I can't wait for level 7 for this to be permanent. I feel so bad for you as a DM when I just have it on at all times.
Says the DM himself as well.
Yeah, no, it sounds like a nightmare. At all points in time, I need to know what magic is being emitted. No, thank you. That sounds horrible.
Okay.
Roderick, could you take points and look for more traps?
Very well. Beep.
You're just keeping detect magic up for the moment. You're not using the crown.
Yeah, for while I have detect magic active, it wasn't until we reached like the part where I could start seeing it, like we go around that first bend, that I'll put the crown on and pulse it.
Okay.
Because I'll feel I'm sufficiently enough away from the center.
All right. Well, I mean, you do sense the magic of the will-o-wisp that is hovering there still,
Okay.
light on. That Roderick will see, hovering there in front of a dirt pillar.
On the road. 27, baby. Oh, yeah.
Yep. So same situation as before. Right in front of the will-o-wisp is one of those pit traps.
Well, guess it's time for another kill. And he pulls out his longbow and attempts to fire towards the will-o-wisp.
Okay, so let me pull
Roll
up
initiative.
turn order.
Well, this just got reversed.
It's an 11 on initiative there. 15 for Grace. Okay. And will-o-wisp. They're not very speedy.
What's speedy?
They are slow. Alright. So, Issa will technically go first and then Grace.
I see him start to like reach behind for the bow. I'm just like, not this time, and I just hold up the book like out around the corner and send out the 2 golden chains.
Nice.
Spells. There it is.
Dang, a critical. And one that misses.
Oh, but it's plus 10 instead of the plus 1. Nice.
Yeah, so that'll be 17
I'm okay with that.
force damage.
How much does it take to get a damage hit? 60?
20.
19.
Ooh.
So where's my will-o-wisp? So that is 17? Oh man.
Yeah, that was
Man,
bananas.
its light grows greatly diminished.
I kind of look around at everyone. Magic. You have to use magic at it.
Will then take us
Yeah, well, mine just made one go brighter.
as
You still mostly kill it.
Isol scrambles back into his position, and then we go to Grace.
Well, Isil, I cannot feel that Thunderwave would be a good idea in this environment, so I will just try with my little crossbow here, as I can always use a little practice. But
Oof.
nothing, and so I'll just gently sing Fade, Fade, Little Shade. Okay. So Vicious Mockery.
Yep. And dang, you just vicious mockery'd it to death. Well done.
Well, happy to help.
See? Magic.
You just took a wisp and whispered to death.
And since that's done, I'll just take my movement and jump over the hole and move out of the way.
Wait for Roderick to go, since he's right there. And also, I want to look as dumb to as few people as humanly possible.
So are you pinging the crown now, or?
Oh yeah, the moment we'd kind of reach this corner, I'd crown up.
Okay.
After the battle's done, well, I still have like a little bit of detect magic left in me. Crown, have it all going at once. I'm basically a watchtower for just sweet magical artifacts.
Yeah, so there is definitely a magical item right at the northmost end of this room. Roderick, are you jumping the hole?
Yes.
You wanna move your token, place it somewhere on the other side?
Yeah, might as well go for it here, and then he walks over here.
As Roderick jumps, I'll kind of motion to Malik. Please, by all means.
I had
All
to
right, then.
focus on my little clipping again because I had to mockery with the mockery death.
Waiting for Malik to now jump across. Once again,
Yeah, I jumped across.
don't want to show anyone anything, and then I'll kind of like, I'll watch out, see if everyone's just not paying attention. And I'll jump across once again, and then be okay. All right, and the graves aren't giving off any detect magic.
Yeah, so there are these stone sarcophagi in alcoves to the east and west, but there was no magic coming from those sarcophagi.
All right, well then I'll.
The magic was definitely coming from the northmost end of the room.
I'll definitely come up here. Then, being perplexed by it, with the little amount of time I know I have left in my detect magic, quickly putting the crown away. It's up here.
All right, I'll follow Isel. What do we see over here?
Alright, so protruding out of the north wall, I guess it's more or less a wall, the north end of the room, protruding out of the dirt, are a bunch of large dragon bones, and resting on the floor right there is a dragon skull with a sword perched atop it.
So
that-
it's up here?
Yeah.
Up at the top?
Yeah, right there.
So
There's
we
a
wouldn't
dragon
even
skull.
have to disturb a sarcophagus.
Nope.
Ooh.
And laying atop the skull is a sword. And that is where we will end for tonight.
Okay.
Which is just a dandy because it is going to be maintenance soon.
Yep.
So I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that Shadowed ended the session before any of us could walk over and grab the sword.
I do have a bunch. I do have detect magic still going for at least like a few rounds, so I can see if there's traps, magical traps, about 1 billion of them poking out of the ground.
Well,
Just
If-
out
if
of
this-
curiosity, is this like a huge old dragon skull or a younger, smaller dragon skull?
Oh, that is a good question.
it's a big old one. Come on.
It
Who
is
are
definitely
kidding?
an adult-sized dragon skull.
Duh. It's obvious.
So yeah, that would basically be like an entire 5 feet by 5 feet.
Okay,
Big skull.
all right. So probably
It's Tiamat.
the dragon that these heroes killed so long ago.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Okay, very interesting.
I want Easel to cast major image as someone goes to pull the sword of a dragon head where the dragon skull is going. Ow, that hurts.
Isel, is your detect magic still up actually?
Yeah, well, we didn't do a lot of like. I did a quick perimeter walk around that room. And that room's not huge, and that fight was pretty quick. And we didn't like stop and discuss anything this time. So I would assume I have about a minute left at this point. But I mean, you're DM. You have final say on that. I don't mind recasting it, but
Okay, just let me check on one thing here. Okay. Nope, never mind. That's for next time.
All right, that's fair.
Never mind. Never mind.
I kind of figured
Uh,
there might be some like magic biz going on there that is going to take some explaining.
All you're able to tell at the moment is that the sword is magical.
All right.
right.
Of course, it's magical, duh.
Okay. I accept that.
All right.
Oh boy, how fun. Yay, mystical visions you get in a rundown church. I'm sure you can trust those 100%. No problem. Gods don't lie to you. That's crazy.
Yeah, and if you wanted references, just go watch Medieval, the Mausoleum. No, Mausoleum. Well, the place after Cemetery Hill. I think it was, yeah. Yeah, it was.
All right. Well, so you guys found the Dragon Barrow, found your way in, fought some will-o-wisps, found some sarcophagi that might have some magic items in them, and you found the resting place of the sword, but we shall find out next time what happens if you try and take it.
Yep.
Oh, I hope the place doesn't collapse.
I called it. I
So, how
wish-
far down was this staircase? How many feet of earth and rock are we underneath?
Ooh.
Here.
Yeah, where was that? The staircase went down 30 feet.
Certainly
So,
enough to crush us all.
yeah, so there's actually probably about 20 to 22 feet of dirt above you.
If only I was a level. Just this seems like a perfect time for Dimension Door. That's all I'm gonna say. Grab the sword, Dimension Door out. See you later.
Suddenly, we're in Barovia.
It becomes a one-man campaign.
I did it. Oh, everyone else didn't? Oh, that's a bummer.
It's
it's
versus
me.
Strahd.
Yeah, the new spell in Tasha's, I think, can transport you to Barovia, by the way. It can
You said there's
transport
one-
you to any
said-
plane, any like alternate reality that you can think of, that you have an item from.
That's cool.
You you make your entire party go unconscious for 10 minutes, and you all have a fever dream about flying to this place, and then you pierce the blue veil, and then you're all there. Like that opens up so many possibilities. You can just force in the end of Strahd into a campaign, or force in Eberron stuff. You're like, oh yeah, you found this Eberron item.
Isil does have an item from Eberron.
Warlocks can get the spell. Get ready, kids. It's 9th level, so we're gonna have to be playing for like another 2 years, but
I don't want to visit Death
And-
House.
Yeah, right.
at that point though, we can just kind of roll through it and laugh hysterically. The shambling mound comes to us at the end, you're just like, haha, not today, bud.
All right. Well, I think that was a pretty decent session. Triffid, what did you think about tonight? And do you have anything you wish to plug?
I enjoyed tonight. Some of us had a little more role play than others, but you know, with Malik and his communications. But I think, you know, we may see a little more conflict, intra-party conflict next time. If taking the sword doesn't bring the whole place down on us, we are going to have a discussion about what to do with the other magic items that Grace would prefer to leave in place, and that Malik sees no point in leaving those behind. So, yeah, we may, you know, we may have a few more ethical discussions there. But anyway, as always, I think our teamwork actually did pretty well this time. We didn't have too many people running off ahead of the others without consultation. So, um,
We didn't split the
So-
party.
Thought you guys
this
were gonna
time.
do it with that like narrow passage. I was like, they're splitting the party. They're gonna leave Grace and me here. Oh no.
Let's see. As far as things to promote go, my little SG Fun podcast did drop another episode on Monday. I will get a link to that and put it in chat. I think
Can
that's about
you can you make a link to the podcast itself? That way we can, because I assume it will upload and it will have like a top, like a new to old list. So we could make it a command in chat.
Oh, well, I don't know how to do that to make it a command, but
If I'm given the link, I can put that in afterwards.
Original
Yeah,
is on.
what I will give you is a link to the sub channel where SG Fun podcasts drop instead of to one individual podcast. Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do
I
that
would-
momentarily. For anyone who's interested, we galloped through about 6 episodes of season 1. What we do is talk in depth about a couple of episodes that we think are really important or entertaining, and then we, do a shallow wade through the other episodes in between. But I'll just drop that in chat in a minute. Next person can start talking.
Much like you did with the Wisp. You made
Yes.
it shallow way that it's a fade.
Can that be found on Stitcher?
Yeah, it's on all the major things. It's on the Incomparable Network, and I'm pretty sure they're on pretty much all the major podcatchers. I will just find.
All right. So while Trifid is doing that, I guess we will move on up the column to Echo Alpha _ X5.
Yeah, it was a fun session. Even though I've been gone for 4 weeks. I think. I don't know. It's been a bit. Oh, what happens when you miss a session? So yeah, it was fun. Definitely, that wasn't as grim as I was thinking it would be. But and it's very interesting, the whole in-depth Malak communication with his. Or was it his deity?
Yeah. I mean,
Sort of, yeah.
Mm. So yeah, that was
I'm-
quite the
it will likely
What?
come up again.
quite the in-depth psyche analysis there. But I have to give more credit to Grace because she has provided us with a bunch of clips to clippy. So I believe I have clipped tonight a total of 3 clips. I will actually check that now right now as I'm talking. But yeah, I have been Echo Alpha _ X5, and yeah, 2 clips has been designated to the barrels, but not without gracious inspiration from Grace. And the Wisp got mockery to death. Talk about mocking. But yeah, I have been Echo Alpha _ X5, and this has been Roderick Rodrin. And you can find me on the Twitter and the Twitch as Echo Alpha _ X5, and beyond that, and of course on the Discord as well. There's anything much to say other than to tune in tomorrow at 2200 hours over at the GodCom channel, because in honor of Kilobyte, who passed away 8 months and 16 days ago. It is another session with Critical Trout and the acclaimed, lovable game from 1989, The Dark Heart of Ukro, for which beloved Kilobyte was a very, very strong advocate for. just as all of us are strong advocates for DRM-free games, which it has become now. And Saturday is going to be Curse of Strahd, the finale, the epic finale, the finale of the finale.
Final finale.
It better be. I've been saving up my experiences for that, so thank the Lord that GG&D last Tuesday went swimmingly well. But yeah, I'm gonna move it all up to Mr. Book Nerd, who I now announce to be a amateur archaeologist now. That's another title for you to add Izzle, / Hoodie, / Tasha, / Book Nerd overall.
Yep.
So weird to be called a book nerd.
Book
Yeah,
Nerd.
I had a. It's always fun. It's always fun to play Easel. Easel's a great character. I enjoy playing Easel so much, and I kind of get annoyed by him, and I'm like, good. That's perfect. That's exactly what he should be doing then.
He's a lot of fun to play off against.
Yeah.
And he is one of a kind. He's really one of a kind.
I'm real worried as the player of Easel, if Malik ever takes a level of cleric. Oh boy, that is not gonna sit well. I'm so curious because like Easel saw the start of it, or there might be a clerical past of which Easel can at least relate on that note, and I think that'll be an interesting thing whenever that time bomb goes off. But if that continues to go down the path that I as a player think it's going, which I think it's always good when characters progress and learn new things. But like Easel's gonna have so many problems, and I don't know what to do about them. So yeah, that'll be fun. Very excited to see about the conversations going to come in the immediate session following this one, especially about the grave stuff, because moral ambiguity is, I think, one of the cornerstones of D&D and where it gets the most interesting. Other than that, you can find me on NoQuarter _TV on Twitch and Twitter, and that's it.
Oh, and if you want to plug anything D&D related on Sundays, I believe.
Oh yeah, I stream D&D. I DM. It's like it's all right. We all talk over each other. There's a lot of yelling. It's great.
Well, all I will say about it is very bountiful.
Yeah, I made up my own homebrew, my own realm. Great. It was what a great task for a first time DM. So smart. 100% recommend it. Don't do it.
Well, that's too late.
Yeah. Yep. I'm in it now.
All right. Well, thank you, Hoodie. Then we will go on up to Rock God.
Oh, this is great, and I'm really enjoying that I'm starting conflict with everybody.
Well, you'll look it too, so yeah.
There's the whole grave robin thing, which I think is totally the difference between chaotic good and lawful good, because I absolutely see Grace as a lawful good character.
It's funny. Technically, my alignment is chaotic good, but
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I have all the heroic tales and things that inspire me, so I tend to edge toward respect and stuff. It's more, I don't want to be bound by rules, but I respect that there should be some rules anyway.
Yep.
Well, as you heard earlier, Malik's not necessarily a follower of the Traveler, but I mean, he's the chaotic god. And also from Eberron. So there's another Eberron tie-in right there.
Uh-oh.
Interesting.
Get ready, Shadow. Guess where we're going.
Like 3 campaigns in.
Yeah, you thought we were going to do a campaign after Dragon of Icespire. Surprise! It's Eberron.
Right?
Yeah, we're gonna be Arvin on to it.
But yeah, I'm interested to see how much of that Easel picked up on through Hemingway.
and then I'm interested to see, because I know that he's not in favor of the gods. So I'm interested to see where that goes too.
It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep, so am I.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Echo, you want to help me with some wrap-up stuff here? Remind me all of the things that we need to plug.
If you are new to the channel, if you want to know more about Alvin Elrond himself, just do exclamation point our things. If you want to get a look at some merchandise, just do exclamation point our shop. And for the publishing side of the stuff, just do exclamation point Icarus for the Icarus and General novel, which has been released and is in a one-book form if you want that, I believe. Then you have exclamation point library for the Tales of Those Within Library, which is a print form. Right now, it's being printed and it's going to be shipped whenever. And I want mine before I move that, god damn it. And there's Gracia KS, which is a Gracia Kickstarter. That's going to be a beginning on February next year, I believe. And beyond that, there is expression mark BLM, Black Lives Matter. That's constantly resources being added to that link, as far as I can remember and believe. So yeah, other than that,
I just added calendar so that everybody can look up where what's coming up.
If you want to know more about what stuff is going to go happen on the channel, you can either go on the Expressbook calendar as Triffid has done, or just go on the website arvinelrond.com. And the final word I'm going to say: if you have any dark despair of depression or are suffering anything, just go to the link at Expressbook Help now, because man, you're not alone. You have people around you, people you don't know that might become your best friend or your wife or your husband, or yeah. So don't give up hope. Don't give up faith. I have believed in faith and hope for many, many, many years, and it has helped me together for a lot of years. And yeah, so don't lose your faith and don't lose your hope. And Christmas this year is going to be dark because of the COVID-19, but still it is Christmas. So no matter what, just keep holding yourself. Just don't let go. So
All right.
Or solstice or whatever religion or none at all that you follow. There are others out there who will give you a hand if you will just ask for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to recommend a Christmas film that I watched at the cinema for the first time as I NCIS. An episode was where a character who described It's a Wonderful Life, and that's from 1946, I believe. Go watch it. That has something about suicide and why you should not do it. So go watch that. It is one of the most marvelous Christmas films of the classics ever, and it will give you the perfect reason why you should not commit suicide. So we have still 4 minutes left and the roll 20 minutes begins, so I will give it up to our Shadow Mage.
Yeah, well, thank you for your help there, Echo. I think that
So welcome to Mod Griffin.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
right.
Everybody wish you a merry welcome to the newest moderator of the channel, Triffid.
Thank you.
Triffid now has a sword in chat.
Right.
And I am gonna steal it.
All right. Well, I think
Because
that
I can.
about wraps things up for us tonight. If anyone is still out there watching and in chat, stick around. I'll try and find someone to raid. Make sure you can find our raid messages by doing exclamation point our raid or sub raid. Other than that,
When Elrond is on, you can raid him.
yeah.
But I suggest we raid the Clinical Trial on tomorrow's stream. I suggest we raid it.
Well, before we disappear, I just want to thank you, Shadow Mage, as always. Thanks for putting in all the work to let us come play in your playground.
Oh, you are very welcome. All right. Well, we have been the Shadow Crew, I guess is what we call ourselves. At least that's what someone called us, and it stuck. And we are now Shadows in the Drift, right?
Indeed.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Till next time.
Double wave. It's always a double wave.
It's always a double.